With the rising tensions between democracies and autocracies, scholars have begun to examine various methods that authoritarian countries use to further their agenda in the international arena. In this section, we will particularly focus on the way China wields sharp power to advance its global reach. What is sharp power? In December 2017, the National Endowment for Democracy published a report to describe how Russia and China use covert and coercive means to gain political influence abroad, particularly within democratic societies. In this report, NED researchers describe the way in which China and Russia have invested significant resources in media, academia, cultural, and think tanks initiatives designed to shape public opinion and perception globally. These efforts have traditionally been viewed through the lens of soft power in the international relations literature because they are not hard in the sense of military force or economic sanctions. However, the NED researchers argue that these authoritarian influences are not soft either. They are sharp in the sense that they pierce and penetrate the information and political environments in the targeted democratic societies. In other words, these authoritarian regimes enhance their influence on target audiences not through attraction or even persuasion, but through distraction and manipulation. The NED report was quite influential, and the term sharp power soon became well known among specialists and government officials. In May 2019, Christopher Walker, Vice President of Studies and Analysis at the National Endowment for Democracy, presented additional findings on China's influences on democratic institutions during a session with the U.S. House Pyramid Select Committee on Intelligence. According to him, China's sharp power-inspired activities have become evident beyond its borders, particularly in several crucial domains. The first is the global publishing sector. This is where we see freedom of expression being challenged and sometimes even censored. For example, in October 2017, Springer Nature, which is among the world's largest publishers of scholarly periodicals, announced that under PRC pressure, it had blocked access on its Chinese language website to hundreds of articles, many of those dealing with elite politics, human rights, Taiwan, and Tibet. Collaboration with international universities provides Chinese authorities with another avenue to propagate Chinese ideology within the confines of the hosting institutions. And Confucius Institute is a prime example of such effort. Operated with a lack of transparency, the Confucius Institute is subject to staffing and curriculum control by the Chinese government. To ensure that courses and programming promote the Chinese Communist Party's positions on critical and sensitive issues, such as territory disputes and religious minorities in China. Furthermore, as China's media platforms expand and its largest internet firms go global, Beijing's ability to curate information in a systematic and selective manner will only grow stronger, especially in places where local media organizations are vulnerable and as AI-related capacities improve. Finally, corrosive capital has enabled Chinese authorities to promote an interconnected, China-centric order beyond its borders as an alternative to the existing rules-based international system. The Belt and Road Initiative, for instance, has been categorized as a debt trap diplomacy using infrastructure financing as a means to achieve geopolitical agendas. At the front line of authoritarian influence, Taiwan experiences China's sharp power most profoundly. From cognitive warfare to meddling in local elections, China employs various tactics to undermine the Taiwanese people's national identity and foster positive sentiments toward China. The increasing discourse of American skepticism in Taiwan serves as yet another prime example of China's sharp power. In 2023, the Taiwan Information Environment Research Center published data evidence of the continued circulation of 84 unreasonable and manipulative narratives in the Mandarin information environment that promote the perception of American skepticism. This perception suggests that Taiwan should keep a distance from or reduce its relations with the United States, our most important ally. Ultimately, it creates negative images of Taiwan's democratic allies and Taiwan's domestic governance. Through systematic analysis, the Taiwan Information Environment Research Center also discovered various sources that collaborate to create the narrative of American skepticism. These include China VTV, a Chinese language media group based in Hong Kong, Russian state media outlets such as Sputnik and RT, and anonymous Facebook page named Global Chinese Military Alliance, as well as local political commentators and social media influencers in Taiwan. The synergy between local and external actors working to amplify the influence of sharp power makes Taiwan's democracy and information ecosystem even more vulnerable. Public awareness is the first step to counter sharp power. Chinese sharp power relies in part on disguising itself, the state-directed projects, as commercial media or grassroots associations. To respond to this kind of disguise, it is important to put them under the spotlight and analyze them in an independent and comprehensive manner. Furthermore, countries should build up internal defenses to safeguard democratic values. For example, the media literacy curriculum in schools and fact-checking practices in Taiwan are all different ways to fight against the threat of cognitive warfare. It is crucial to draw lessons from democratic partners. Several countries, particularly Australia, have extensive experience engaging with China and can definitely serve as a valuable benchmarks for nations whose institutions are in the early stages of interacting with Beijing. Given the intricate and multifaceted nature of Beijing's influence activities, this mutual learning among democracies is vital to foster responses that are both effective and aligned with democratic standards.